Hello everybody, this is Lee Phillips, Journey of Truth. Today is Sunday, June the 7th. It is 8:35 in the morning, and today we're going to take a look at the Loganville surrounding area in the round. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to do some short clips because I know y'all just love my long videos. So today I'm going to do a lot of short clips on updates on construction sites around Loganville, and we'll see if we can give everybody the information the best we can in a short amount of time. So we're going to get this started. We are here on the town square at the pavilion, and just want to give everybody a reminder. Friday, June the 12th, we have Bumpin' the Mango on the green. It is going to be a blast. So here across the street, we've got our library. I think the spot you see right there on the rock work, that's where the sign is going to go. So they got all the landscaping done before we got all that rain for 3 or 4 days. And that has helped everything get rooted in really well. It is looking absolutely fabulous over there. Parts of this video are going to be in the car, traveling down the road. I'll have my phone fixated sometimes on my windshield mount, and at other times I'll have my camera stick in my swivel mount between my seat and console, and we'll see how this video goes for Loganville to Rouse. So y'all stay tuned. We're going to get this thing rolling, and I'm going to be using my pause button to go and save time. So you always got to hit the button even if there ain't no traffic. Welcome to downtown Loganville. We got a nice little seating area over here, right across from Game on Main, and coming soon, tacos and beer. They have an outside deck that's got a roll-up door to the inside there. Should turn out to be pretty cool. All right, on to the next one. All right, and here we are here at the park at the corner of Pecan and C.S. Floyd. And they have got everything cleared out. Looks like they are ready to start back with the renovations. Work in progress. On to the next one. All right, so now we're here at the site of the the train depot fire that was in the half of the building that was this side, but I can see that they went ahead and tore down the entire structure. The crews are out here today recycling materials. I had not been over here in a minute, and I did not know that they had tore down the other side of the structure. I was looking to see if there might be something I could see if they'd let me salvage for historical purposes, but I really don't see anything. Yeah, that whole rock building right there is demolished. Well, that will free up some space to be developed and have some businesses that can be put in here to bring some revenue into the town. All right, on to the next spot. All right, so we're here at Fair Street and Line Street, and they've got the water sprinklers going to keep the grass alive here, but there's nothing being built anywhere in here yet. But it's looking pretty. Here around the sidewalks, they did a good job on the sidewalks, but they hadn't been able to make any progress since they moved the poles out of the road area. They still got to do all this grading and all down through here. Looks like they might have brought in some extra gravel, but there's still a lot of work to do. They did get the pavilion built over there. We're not going to walk all the way over there. Let's see if we can zoom in right here. I guess that's the community mailboxes and gathering pavilion. So, on to the next one. Alright, so this portion of the video is going to be driving. We're coming out of Loganville on Highway 20 going towards Lawrenceville, and as you can see right here outside the city limits, housing has exploded. And this intersection right here that we're going to take a left at over to our left, all the way down through here is nothing but housing. You look back off the road, what used to be farmland, and it's all housing now. So we're here at Brand Road. We're gonna cut back over to 78. And you really have to pay attention to traffic, because I'm gonna tell y'all, people drive crazy around here. You gotta know your signals, know when to go, and know when to let somebody stupid go, even though you got the right of way. If they being stupid, let the stupid folks get out of your way, because they will wreck your car. We got some new housing going on down through here, but this is pretty much a older neighborhood. There's a little bit of room for expansion on the right. This is a newer type area expansion right there with the church. This is the ride that you're gonna see a whole lot on. So we're right here at the racetrack, and we're gonna turn right onto 78, and we're gonna go up to Rosebud. And I'm gonna stay rolling because there's a lot down here to see, and I'll point it out as much as I can without being distracted from driving. So we got all the regular stuff on the right down through here. On the left, this stuff has been here for a few years now. Now coming down here toward the bowling alley though, we're in Gwinnett County now, so got that brand new extra space storage right there, but then we got something else on the right going in right here. And then it's all being developed down through here on the right and the left. For housing. Now there's something on the left going in on that property they just cleared right there, but I don't know what that is. But on our left and on the right, all this new housing going in. They do all the landscaping and all that first, and then they come in and put in the structures, and bam, they're done. Post sitting here to let folks know, slow down for folks turning in the church right here. They have a big gathering. Get in the left lane because we're going to turn left up here at Rosebud. Now if you turn right at Rosebud, all that's being developed going back out toward Lawrenceville, the back way, going that way. And we're going to take a left. Now, some of y'all folks that ain't been up through this way in a while, you're gonna be surprised, because look on your left. They just cut the rest of these trees down just the other day. Alright, hold on a minute. Alright, so we're right here at the entrance off of Rosebud Road to the Kroger. And across the road over here, all this property has been excavated. And they've got the foundations in. Looks like all the concrete is poured for the structures that they got going in there. They've got the curbing and the rough layer of asphalt laid. They've got construction materials stacked up all out there. Those towers that are standing alone, I'm guessing those are the stairway or elevator towers. Don't look like they're wide enough for stairway towers. Looks like they're for elevators. So there's probably going to be 2 elevators, looks like, with your ground floor, 2nd floor, 3rd floor, and 4th floor. So then we get to here, and they had been tore down the house for a little while, and they just came and cut all the trees down. We're gonna pause once again till we get across the street. All right, now we're across the street, and I'm up on this little retaining wall right here because I'm not gonna walk down in the roadway. And so this is the best sidewalk access I can have. This is where the house sat, right here. And then they had all these other trees. They had left them originally, and then they decided to cut them down. But those are some pretty good logs. That's a pretty good stump right there. That's the length of my leg across. Oh look, they got a whole bunch of poke salad growing. Poke salad is a poisonous plant, but if you catch it when it's real young like this, and if you know how to cook it, you can eat it just like lettuce. But you got to know how to cook it. You got to cook it down at least 3 times. I've eaten poke salad with my granny before. She used to make a rheumatoid arthritis medicine from it. And we're here across from the Dollar General, coming down 78 right here. And this is a look from over here. And this company did a really good job on excavating out this property. They had to bust out a whole lot of granite and do all kinds of work. But they made it look nice. All right, I'm gonna pause and walk to the bottom down here because I want to give y'all a piece of history. All right, so now we are at the bottom of the hill down here. Going that way, that's Cooper's Corner up there. And this is Rosebud back that way. Back in the 70s and in the 60s and 70s, before we got fast food restaurants, if people was going on a trip, they would pack their lunch, but they needed a place to stop along the way so that they would have a place to eat their lunch and take a break from driving. So right here where I'm standing, when this Highway 78 used to be a 2-lane road, before it was expanded, there was a turnoff that came right here. And you could drive down, and there were picnic tables. It was called a roadside rest area. It had picnic tables and all, and these were all over the place in Georgia. A lot of them, some of them still exist today. This one went away when they expanded 78 and widened it. They went ahead and took this one away because the elevation was no longer good, because they had to raise this up. Anyway, right here used to be a roadside rest area, and sometimes we would pack a lunch just to come down here and see it. We did that on several occasions. All right, let's get back to our journey because we got a lot of more places to go to. Who would have ever thought things would look so different today in Rosebud? I think it was 1986, maybe 87, somewhere around in there, when this used to be a kangaroo. I used to work here overnight. Sometimes I'd work second shift and third shift. Man, they'd about work me to death. That was before I did electrical work. That about worked me to death too, but it was actually a lot safer than working at a convenience store. All right, on to the next one. Alright, we're leaving Rosebud, coming back out on Highway 78. I got my rotator stick right here. That way I can show y'all the right side of the road. You see more multi-unit housing going in here on the right. See, I got the memories in my head of when this was a 2-lane and everything that was down through here. All this is housing on the right now. They got a lot right here that they're building on. So a little bit of information right here where Atmosphere is, and all these other establishments right here, Frontera. All this used to be chicken houses. All that used to be chicken houses right there. There's a lot of accidents that happen right in here. Loganville Road, Loganville City Police right there. He'll get him somebody. I've done several accidents right here at Logan Drive. This is where the Home Depot is. I've done several right down here at the Walmart entrance. I've almost had folks hit me several times. It really is almost to the point that I don't even want to get out that much, and I don't. I don't. I go to my doctor's appointments, and me and Mama goes to the grocery store. But we don't otherwise really get out. So we're going to let this drive portion keep on going a little bit, because we're going to go down Highway 20 up here towards Conyers. And man, this road gets a lot of business. I had a lady almost run me off the road in the S-curves down here one day coming back from that direction. It's people are just crazy. So at one time this was like a roller coaster down through here. We're gonna see how it feels today. I don't even know if they've got the gas station open yet. I still see some humps. They got the sign lit up. Oh, they do have a sign on the door that says open. So nothing going on down through here. But we don't want to miss a thing, right? And if we roll up on an accident, that'll be a separate video. It won't be included on this one. After we go down through here and come back, we'll jump back to the short clips. Folks, I can tell y'all, yes, I monitor my speed very closely, because speed is one of the culprits for most of the accidents that happen. And knowing that law enforcement sits down here and is on the lookout, why would I want to put myself in that position to get a ticket? Yep. courteous driver there letting me know something was happening. Probably the police I was just talking about. Look at all this. They are fixing to widen this. They got the barrels on up through here. They've been moving poles. All this expansion of the roadway, guess what, folks? All these people that had this property would have never thought that they would lose their property to the roadway. But the DOT, when they decide to do something, your property don't matter. It's going to be a casualty. They're going to get your property one way or the other because you cannot stop progress. And that's what's going to happen to our downtown Loganville. We cannot build the businesses to support a town as long as that land space is used as residential property. I've told everybody before in my videos, and I'll repeat it. If you own property in downtown Loganville, sooner or later your property will be redeveloped. Me and Mama's got a way out because our property is a Walton County landmark. Yeah, Mr. Georgia State Patrol. They clearing all that land on the right there. Oh my goodness. They gonna redo that whole intersection back there. Probably make a roundabout. This land on the right is being cleared off. Looks like they probably gonna put a roundabout right here. I don't know, maybe they're just gonna straight out widen it. Alright, we're going to turn around here at the store. This is Miller Bottom Road to the left and Rosebud Road to the right. Slide right around through here. So right here in this area, about the only thing that was new was the Dollar General right here, but it's been here for a little spell now, so the newness of it's done wore off. But I want y'all to look as we come around the curve going back toward Loganville. I want y'all to look at what's been going on up here. This whole entire homestead property has been completely obliterated. If y'all familiar with this area, you're familiar with this homestead property right here, but now it's all a gravel parking lot. The barns are gone. That big old barn that used to sit right there, it's gone. All right. Now we're getting back into the barrels. This is a construction zone. We're going to reduce our speed. He's still there, so he ain't gone after nobody. Work zone, speeding fines increased. Now, I think this stretch of road right here, speed limit is 55. But as soon as you hit these cones up here, you got to reduce. Clearing trees, clearing lots, excavating land. All this is coming towards Loganville, y'all. This is my point I'm trying to make. All this. You think all this is a headache now? It's fixing to get a lot worse. All right, we'll drop back in a minute. All right, we're back here at Tommy Lee Fuller. We're gonna take a ride on 78 and go and check out some of the construction going out of town towards Monroe. All right, so now we're here on 78 in front of Ingalls. You can see the Loganville water tower right there. We're across from the medical facility. Let me see if I can zoom in here a little bit. Maybe too much. Give y'all a look. here at the front and this side. Give me just a second. All right, and here's a look at this side right here. Now, let me point out a feature that I noticed right off the bat in comparison to the library. They use two different style brick on this facade. But as you can see, the darker brick is on the lower level and the lighter brick is on the upper level, and it's all consistent. Whereas at the library, the different bricks are just all mixed together, whatever they had that they grabbed to lay. So, all right, on to the next one. I'll give y'all a shot of the backside when I come down Covington Street later. All right, the next location we're at is here between Maxi Price RV and the American Legion. And it looks like this section on the right over here, looks like that's gonna be the retention pond for the property. And then whatever they're gonna put this away. They've got all of their underground drainage pipe set out over there, and so I'm guessing there's no telling when this will be ready. They got a lot of pipe to put in the ground. So whatever's going here, that's what it is. We had a really great day down here for the bike ride on Memorial Day. Turned out really nice. Y'all have to go back and watch that video I did. Take a look at all the bikes that were involved. And so we're gonna come right down right here. Now hiring managers. Apply at mchire.com or 770-483-6760. A new McDonald's is brewing. Let's ease down this way. I see the roof truss sitting there. They've got all the exterior walls and steel set. They are going to town on this job site. I have no idea when it's going to be open, but I can tell you once they get the rough construction done, it goes pretty quick. All right, on to the next one. All right, we're here on 78. We're fixing to turn on Highway 81 going towards Covington. And boy, I can't show it, but that car just outright run that light. My dash cam caught it though. I might have to save that little clip. So we're gonna take a ride out to Youth, maybe even Walnut Grove, to see how much things have changed, because I've been out to Youth maybe twice in the past year, gone through there, but I've not been out through Walnut Grove in forever. So we'll do another ride portion and let y'all see, just as I see, how much growth that we've had out this way. I'm hoping I can wrap up all my traveling before church lets out and things start going crazy, because trust me, the accidents will start happening. On this corner used to be an old store where the Chevron is right there. It used to be called Dutton's Store. There was a rock quarry down the road down there on the left. I think it's a housing subdivision now, and I don't even know if the quarry part is still there. I can't see them filling that in. That was a big old hole. Man, it'd take a whole mountain to go in that hole to fill that thing up. I don't know why the car wash right there was a failed business. Everybody loves a car wash. I don't see a whole lot through here that's changed. Yeah, we'll probably round the corner and I'll be like, oh my goodness. This area ain't changed much. Youth Monroe Road to the left, Center Hill Church Road to the right. And that comes out where we was at on 20 over there, where the old homestead place was all graded down into a big gravel parking lot. Well, they used to make trusses for homes back there. Then it was like a pallet company for a while, and now it's a trucking company. All them trailers sitting, not hauling any product. Gully wash is bad down in there. It has been for years. Well, they got a red light here. Somebody putting up a big old high fence on that property. Ball fields and all out there to the left. All that used to be grass pasture where they man, had some good grass back there, I'm gonna tell you. But the market fell out, and I guess wasn't nobody wanting to buy his rolls of grass, so they figured out better ways to utilize the property for income, I guess. So now we're getting into the So they're going to put the roadway right up against the cemetery right there as much as possible, taking out the front sidewalks on these yards and taking out part of the parking lot here on the right. Oh, the old firehouse and City Hall that sat right there is gone. We're gonna go straight and go down and turn around. working out the sidewalks. Gonna take part of their property probably. I don't know. As we get down through here, doesn't look like much changes down here. I'm gonna come down here to the school and turn around, because I ain't gonna turn around none of these driveways. They look way too dangerous. I'll whoop in here. So it used to be a liquor store sat right there, then it turned into a tire store, but we got Kelly's Barbecue right here. Folks, if y'all want some good barbecue, come to Kelly's Barbecue. Give them some love and support. They're trying to hang on in business right there. And I'm gonna tell you, they got some really good barbecue. They've been cooking barbecue for a lot of years. A lot of years. They know how to do it right. Looks like the food mart over there is going away. They're widening 138. This whole area is getting hit with expansion. That's what this video is about today. It's about expansion and growth. Property owners losing their property. And it will happen in Loganville. It will happen. It's coming, folks. Development will take everything. Everything that's old is going to go away because it's not cost effective to keep it up. It's more cost effective to tear it down and build something new. It's not about appreciating something that's old nowadays. It's about how can we make the most money? What is profitable? All right, we're gonna come back in just a little bit. All right, now we're at the next location right here next to Whataburger. They've got it finished up and operating, but we still have an empty lot here next to it. I have no idea what they're gonna put in here, but it looks like enough room for, depending on what they got, maybe a couple of places. And they've got room on the sign over there for 3 different businesses under Whataburger, so I don't know. Maybe we'll hear something about what's going to be happening around town in our next council meeting Monday night. All right, let me see what else we got. All right, here we are at the back side of the medical facility that I showed y'all earlier. This is off of Covington Street right here. This is going to be the back entrance. And I see what looks like buckets of sheetrock mud. So they're getting ready to put all the touches on the inside while they're wrapping up on the outside. And we are moving on. All right, folks, we're gonna wrap this video up here at the retention pond at Bobby Boss and Covington Street. Give y'all a look at our little wetland right here. Folks, y'all remember, be safe out there. Be good to one another. Do something kind for someone. And y'all have a blessed day.